afternoon folks, welcome. I'm exploring the Norfolk Broads today. I'm out in my Old Town Canoe and I'm at Malthouse Broad. I'm going to explore some of the local rivers around here, and I'm out for a wild camp, so if I get the opportunity to find somewhere then I'll be pitching my tent, and you're very welcome to join me for this little adventure. 24 hours in the Norfolk Broads. It's just coming up to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Don't know if you can hear Ramworth Church chiming out there. I've set up my little stove. I'm going to have some soup, something to eat. Well, I've just come out of Malthouse Broad, which is over there, and the heavens opened up and there was a huge downpour, so I decided that I'd stop at this location and put my tent up, try and take a bit of cover from the rain. But quite a lot of my stuff's wet. I had to tip out all the water from the canoe because there was quite a few litres in there. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. I don't think that rain was really forecast, but it did feel ever so close. It's still quite humid and there's some mist developing on the river. I'm getting on with my dinner. Here it is. I'm going to have some chili con carne. It's a vegetarian version with some rice. Just got that on the go there, and I think I'll crack open a bottle of wine. Bottle of Merlot. Gonna have that with it. I'm afraid this just isn't as sophisticated as my last wild camp with Laurie. Apologies, Laurie. I'm going to be drinking my wine out of this horrible cup, not your fine crystal glass that you bought last time. Sacrilegious, really. Cheers, everyone. So I'm joined by some of these grey-lag geese. I think I've stolen their roost. Sorry, fellas. Well, I don't think this looks too bad, but I think it will look and taste even better with a little bit of this sour cream and chive dressing. So put some of this on. There you have it, folks. Vegetarian chili con carne and rice. Buon appetito. Morning everyone. I slept pretty well last night. Comfortable here on the riverbank. It's a lovely morning. It's still and calm. I always love the peace and tranquility of coming out on these wild camps. Really peaceful. Can't really hear any other noises apart from some birds. There's not even a rustle of wind. Strangely though, at midnight last night I was woken up by somebody cahooning down the river, some kind of a speedboat, very noisy, and going at a real old lick woke me up, and you just wonder what on earth is that all about. What kind of pleasure can you get going at that speed in the pitch black down a river? It's odd. It's odd in my opinion anyway. So I'm going to get on with some breakfast. I'm going to have some coffee and some sausages, and then after that I'll strike camp and make my way downriver towards Malthouse Broad. So for breakfast I've got these pork and brambly sausages, the trusty frying pan. I'm using bioethanol as my main fuel on this trip. It burns a lot hotter than methylated spirits. It's also got the added advantage that the byproducts are carbon dioxide and water rather than carbon monoxide, which can be dangerous in a camping environment. It doesn't take any time at all to boil a pot of water. There's my coffee. These are my sausages. Get those on there. This canoe trip hasn't really been much about the canoeing, more about just getting out for some fresh air, peace and quiet, reconnect with nature, spend a little bit of time reflecting on life. I think it's all good towards keeping a positive mental attitude towards life. My wife said to me, what on earth do you want to go out and spend the night on a riverbank for in a tent when you've got a perfectly good bed at home? And I guess my simple answer is it's fun. It's good fun. So that's the reason why I do it. Yeah, coming out is a change from being at home. You see things that you wouldn't normally see, unexpected things. You hear things. Yeah, it can be a little bit uncomfortable at times, but I think part of the pleasure is trying to make the comforts as good as they can be. So, invest in a nice sleeping bag, get some equipment that works, and your comfort levels all of a sudden are going up, and you can overcome the discomforts. It's quite satisfying. I'm going to have these with a type of pita bread. There's a folded flatbread. We'll see how we get on with that. That's the sort of thing I'm talking about, a flyby of geese. canoe. It's only 10 to 7. Look at that, fantastic conditions, beautifully calm. Now I'm going to make my way back down towards Ramworth and Malthouse Broad. There's the sign for Ramworth. Go down this dike and then it splits into Ramworth Broad and Malthouse Broad. I'm out in my Old Town Discovery Canoe. It's a bit longer than my wooden canoe. This one is 16 foot and it's 90 centimetres wide, so it's considerably wider. It's quite a lot heavier as well. This one is weighing 38 kilos where my wooden canoe is 28 kilos, so it's a good 10 kilos heavier. I've noticed that it's not quite as directionally stable as the wooden canoe, and I think that's down to the keel design. On the wooden canoe there's some ridging which keeps you straight, and this canoe's flat bottom, so it's got great stability, lateral stability, but directionally it's a little bit more wonky. And I think also sitting in this position where I'm more central means that the turning point is right in the middle, so it's just taken a little bit more effort to keep it straight, but it's still a very easy canoe to paddle. So this trip has only really been a small excursion to check out my camping equipment more than anything. I'm planning to go up to Scotland for a multi-day canoe later on in the year, and I want to make sure that all my equipment has been checked and that I'm happy with the canoe setup before making the 500-mile trip up there and then finding out that I'm not actually prepared or got the right kit with me. Well, I think it's turning into a beautiful morning. The sun's coming out. Fabulous day ahead. So I'd just like to say thanks very much again for joining me on this brief video. Not so much about the canoeing, more about the eating and checking out my equipment. So as usual, thanks very much for watching, and until the next time, happy paddling.